mom's house, and my grandma has been over there for over a year and a half now, and she's not doing good at all. I'm expecting it just about any time now, unfortunately. She was doing all right, but she declined. And when she moved in, that move had a big effect on her, and she kind of took a pretty quick, decent decline from that alone. And it was when my aunt passed away. She was staying with my grandma, but at that point, she wasn't even taking care of herself, and she wasn't really taking care of my grandma. And, I'm making her take her medicine and all that. So, we, sorry, I'm looking for my cigarettes. Here you go. Hers was very sudden and out of the blue, but I wouldn't say it was unexpected because she just wasn't taking care of herself. She's sleeping all the fucking time. And she was there taking care of my grandpa for 10 years and living with them, and then started to try to take care of my grandma, and we tried fucking offering help, and finally when when it was just the two of them, especially, I was still doing yard work and shit all the time, whatever else I could do for them around there, but once my grandpa passed and it was just the two of them, I kept insisting until finally, my aunt would let me go to the grocery store for him every week, and whatever else I could, mostly grocery store and yard work, and if I wasn't out plowing snow somewhere, I would go over and shovel snow and that kind of stuff. But my aunt I don't know, she just didn't really ask for very much help, and I think she just gave up. And that's why she wasn't really asking for help, because that lasts from 2020 till she passed in early 24, just completely different person. You could just tell she just gave up on life. Sorry. I hope these fucking windows aren't too loud, but I want to smoke a square with all the windows out here with right in the car. Shit. Yeah, I hope it's going to be too loud. Anyhow, yeah, so she passed, and from that moment forward, we had to move my grandma to my mom's house. They had to make room for us. That first weekend, it happened on a Friday. I stayed there all weekend. Me and Jackie stayed there with her. And my brother got her office ready and turned it into a bedroom for my grandma. She's been there ever since. And God bless my mom. She's worn herself out, man, taking care of my grandma. Really bad. She's so fucking stressed out and such a lack of sleep, dude, that I'm really concerned about her too. Thankfully, no signs of anything, but dude, that shit's been hard. It's been hard on all of us, but by far, way harder on my mom. And having to watch your family members have a steady decline with Alzheimer's and dementia is something that's just so fucking terrible, man. I would never wish this on anybody or their family, ever. Not even people I don't fucking like, man. This is it's terrible. And, I don't know, man. Finally, my mom has had hospice nurses coming over and kind of helping out with what they can, because she just needed some help, when I'm at work and so forth, and my brother's working. And, they were coming over, and then she found out after, this has been probably a year and a half or a little over, that she's been taking care of my grandma every day. Can't hardly ever leave the house because my brother's gone working a lot, and, I'm at work a lot too. And we're usually over there every day because I took Jackie and I take Ripley over there now. Every day I go to work, and, I don't know, watching my grandma, she was slowly declining over that year and a half, but then my mom found out that hospice, because, I don't know, I hope nobody thinks this is terrible, because if you haven't seen your family go through it, and say your mother alone taking care of her mother, and watching your grandma who has been in your life for over 40 years, just declining, and all the fucked up shit that comes along with that, some fucked up shit, man. It's things I'm not even gonna talk about, but that that my mom has to do and deal with and go through. Things that she never thought she'd ever have to do. because that shit, this kind of stuff it wasn't prevalent back then when she never saw it before it started happening to her, and people more recently that she knows maybe, but dude, it's a fucking terrible thing, man. And so if she found out though that hospice can take them to a nursing home for like 3 or 4 days or something, 4 or 5 days, something like that, and have her in a nursing home and have her cared for there just for a few days, just to give you some kind of a fucking mental break, man, because she really, really needed it bad. Like, I was about to suggest it myself, something, man, because she just really, really fucking needs it, man. And I know my grandma's time is limited, and it's hard to try to pick one, it's not picking one family member over another, but it's like I'm hoping and I need my mom around for a long fucking time. And I already know my grandma, her time is already limited. And my mom felt guilty about even thinking about it, but she ultimately did. And 2 days into the fucking trip, she fell and hit her head by trying to get up out of a fucking wheelchair. She shouldn't even been in a fucking wheelchair. She pretty much just is in bed all the time except to get up and go to the bathroom, and she was still doing that fine. But I don't know how you fall. I don't know. It's like nobody was just fucking there with her. She should have been in a bed. She fell and hit her head, and then she was in the ER the second day, like pretty much from like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning all the way through to like 9 o'clock at night. And guess where my mom was? In the hospital the whole time. Supposed to be trying to like keep her sanity, and then has to fucking deal with all this. And then on top of that, has to have the guilt of the fact that she sent her to a place that was supposed to be a really good place, and this shit happens 2 fucking days in, man. And after that, she ended up sending her. They took her back and kept her in a fucking bed this time for the next 2 days, and it's like, honestly, my mom, I don't think she got like a fucking glimpse of what real life is like again. I mean, barely. And it's just, and not only that, but now it's like, dude, it's just been a really, really, really fast, steady decline since then. I mean, to the point to where, we thought she might have had a couple years left. We're talking maybe a couple weeks left now, if that. I don't know. And now my mom has to fucking deal with all that guilt on top of every fucking thing else, dude. And my grandma, man, she just sat there with her for a while tonight, and she's barely hanging on, man. She's barely fucking hanging on. I almost just wish she'd just stop trying and just let go, man, so she ain't gotta fucking go through this shit anymore, because she don't look like she's feeling very good, man. And, the whole point of talking about this kind of stuff, like, I don't really want to tell too much family stuff here, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because this fucking Alzheimer's and dementia bullshit that's been just fucking skyrocketing as time goes on. I'm sorry, man, but I cannot help but think, Jesus, Car, we're doing 24 and a 35. Good Lord. I'm still like 7 cars off their ass. Just cruise along at 23, 24. We're about to turn up here, and I don't want to jump in front of them and cut them off just to make a turn. Well, hell, I wouldn't even cut them off. I've been like half a mile fucking ahead of them by the time I went around them. Shit. Anyways. Yeah, dude, to have to see this shit, it's like, I'm telling you, I am fucking 100% convinced that the Bilderbergs have their fingerprints all over this rise in this terrible disease, dude. I'm fucking certain of it. All the shit they put in our foods, probably in the water, all the kind of shit that we're exposed to every fucking day. It's like, just think about, probably since 2020, I would think, the 2000, that the numbers probably really started jumping around then. And I looked it up briefly, and what I seen, it said since 2020 that they've really, really jumped up in a lot, and that there's about approximately 10 million new cases reported worldwide every fucking year. And I don't see the Bilderbergs fucking going all out to try to get all this bullshit out of our fucking food and not save as much money on every fucking item they sell. And just going fucking nuts and shutting down everything and trying to fucking make sure we got good, healthy food to fucking eat, do you? No, not a fucking bit. That's shutting the world down. I really wonder what the fuck they were doing behind the scenes during all that time when everybody's just at home. You know, I'm always at fucking home anyways. Have been for 4 years before that, but you know, most people are out and about. And you know, what exactly was going on in the world? Like, what were they? I almost feel like they were trying to keep us out of sight of seeing, like we were confined to the fucking prison barracks or something. You know, like, yep. Don't look out the windows, guys. Just sit there and fucking hide out for a couple years, and you know, just stay home. Don't look over here, please. That makes me wonder. But anyways, it's jumped significantly since then. And guess what? The AI on the, which, you know, the AI is the fucking super rich people's bullshit anyways. They're the only fuckers that want it. Make your car for not cutting us off. You know, I figure as much as I cuss out and flip off and like throw shit at people's cars and act like fucking assholes, when people don't do something, like they'll judge, you can tell they're just about to do something fucking crazy and possibly cause an accident, and they stop themselves. I figured it couldn't hurt to wave those people, you know. Try to get it on both sides. That way I'm not just bitching. At least I'm trying to be proactively nice too. I don't know. Maybe if enough people waved at people that almost decided to pull out in front of them and didn't, people even paid attention to it. Maybe stop. Maybe slow down. Stop. Fucking stop. But maybe slow down a little bit. You never know. Anyways, so it said that there was this one like preset question on there that said, what's the one food to avoid to try to prevent dementia? And it said that there's no one food in particular, but it said that unhealthy diets and diets with lots of processed foods, which, go to the grocery store and find me something that ain't fucking processed. I challenge you. And sugars and something else. There's something else too. I'm like, yeah, what do you see? More fast food joints going up all the time. New fucking restaurant chains. Here, come eat this nasty shit. Go eat some more of that pink fucking slime at McDonald's. And I ain't gonna lie, I fucking eat McDonald's on a rare occasion. I do. Maybe 3-4 times this year, maybe 5. Because I'm at work and there's one right there by the shop. So on a rare, usually I don't even eat lunch, but on a rare occasion I'll grab something, and yeah, I'm still eating the bullshit. But anyhow, I'm convinced. I mean, that right there even says it. It's pretty much all we're given unless you grow your own food, or like, I don't know, I don't even fucking trust Whole Foods. I'm sure that's owned by the Bilderbergs too. So given that, I wouldn't count on your shit being, organic. They probably found a loophole where they can put all kind of shit in it and still call it organic. So, I'm gonna look into that because I'm curious. I'm willing to bet by now they own it. I'm sure. They let other people create businesses and then they just buy them out for fucking, what's a lot of money to the people that's selling, but the Bilderbergs is fucking pocket change. They might be able to dig that much out of their fucking couches, shit. But, dude, this is fucking bullshit, man. It is. This fucking horseshit world we've been given to live in. And it's a fucking amazing world, but this bullshit system that we live in, this consumerist, do as you're fucking told, obey, consume, don't ask fucking questions, ignorance is freedom, intelligence is fucking slavery, And so I'm telling you, man, we live in a fucking world that's like half 1984 and half of a Brave New World, man. It's like they took like the most effective fucking parts from both and are just made up their whole A Brave New 1984. Dude. And the thing is, like, I've been watching this for 25 fucking years, man. I've been watching from way back then. It was a lot fucking different 25 years ago. But back then, it was like, God just fucking just said, here, poof, and I was like, whoa. Like, my whole naive as fuck perception that I had for 18 and a half years just fucking went out the window, dude. And very quickly started seeing the world more for what it is. And I think God knew I wasn't ready to learn of the Bilderberg's existence yet, because it would have been probably too fucking much for me to handle all at one time. But after about 4 years, roughly, give or take a few months, where's my water? And we're stopped, by the way. We're home. Fucking A, man. Give me a sec. I gotta fucking remember what I was saying. Well, anyhow, maybe it'll fucking come back to me. I don't know. Shit, I feel like I'm getting the shit already. It's like that all day. I'd be mid-sentence and it's just gone. Oh, yes. Haha, see? No, but yeah, so about 4 years later, God introduced me to the Bilderbergs. And I was like, wow. And at that moment, a whole lot of things in the world, and I minored in history, psychology, and sociology, so, all the things I learned about history, pretty much from 1954 onward, and everything I've seen in my life, a lot of it just went click right in the fucking place, and I was like, oh, shit. And God had already shown me what, like, kind of opened my eyes to the real world back in 2000, but he also very quickly started showing me where the world was heading. Like, I knew where it was heading before I even realized that super rich bastards in the world are the ones causing it. And I mean, I shit you not, man, this is exactly where I saw the world going. But back in all these years of my life in the past that I tried to tell people this shit, most of them weren't listening anyhow, so, and ain't none of them gonna fucking remember it. So I started putting up videos now because that way down the road I can say, see, I tried to warn people. But seriously, it's like you work your whole life, and so many people, man, they're born, live their entire life, and die without ever even realizing that there's a fucking, it's just a big fucking facade. It's one big charade. It's all a bunch of fucking bullshit, but we're tricked into thinking that this is how life is and this is what we should do. Dude, I don't know. It's fucked up. A lot of things started becoming clear, and this is pretty much right up fucking about where I figured we'd be, somewhere between 1920, 1930-ish, somewhere in there, give or take 5 years. But if anything, I thought it would have been like another, like maybe 1930. I didn't think it would even be this quick necessarily. Wasn't surprised, but man, in the summer of 22, I was curious. So I looked up the official statistics of COVID deaths, the worldwide stat and the U.S. stat. Now, it said at the time that about 4 million people were said to have died from COVID, which we all know, even people who don't believe in conspiracies, even they know the fucking numbers are fudged. Everybody knows that. And, even some of the people who are just the most absolutely just hell-bent resistant on believing that the Bilderbergs and all that shit's even possible, even they know. And the U.S. numbers are like 600-something thousand. Over like a 2-year and like 3-4 month, maybe 2-year and 5 month period, somewhere in there. That's how many. And I was like, you know what? Let's find some other main causes of death and just compare numbers. Well, I looked up heart attacks. Now, I'm not talking about, apparently Ripley's skin in her paws. I'm not talking about people who have a heart attack. These are people who die from a heart attack. It's over 600,000 fucking people a year. So by the time summer of 22 came around and we had supposedly lost 600-something thousand people from COVID, and we all know if you got shot in the head, if you even detected COVID, it was a COVID death. You fall off a fucking building or a bridge or fucking, who knows, fall to your death. And if you had COVID at all or picked up anything, it was COVID. And I honestly, really, I'm fucking convinced that they were just taking any old body that died and calling it fucking COVID. My grandpa died of fucking pneumonia, summer 2020, July 1st, 3 or 4 months after he got stuck in a fucking nursing home without telling any of us, and never got to see him or speak to him ever again. Nothing. And by the time, like right before we found out, it was like we had just found out that we were finally going to be able to start making like 20-30 minute outdoor visits, a couple times a week. And I was very excited. It's right the fuck on my way home from work too. Right there, right in the town I work in, right there. And then all of a sudden, he's in the ER. And then he got worse. Back to the fucking nursing home for hospice care, and then we couldn't get in. And by the time we were finally given the okay to come in, me and my mom missed him by about 40 minutes. My brother was a little bit later getting there. 40 minutes. Never a fucking word said to him or heard from him. Nothing. Nothing. That whole last 3 or 4 months of his life. Never saw him, never spoke to him, never heard a word from him. And I have this really bad feeling because, I mean, nursing homes are, it's like I don't fucking trust these motherfuckers anyways. The one my grandma went to I really thought was like a highly rated one. It's in the town I work in, and I've been in that building doing shit, and I thought it was supposedly a nice place. But I've also, once this happened, a couple people I know at work told me other bad stories about the place. So, but like where he was at, it's like nobody can go into the fucking nursing homes, dude. I don't even know what kind of fucking care they were giving him. And they had a legal fucking right to keep people out. And even that aside, it's like he died from pneumonia. He got fucking pneumonia being in the nursing home. Otherwise, he was still pretty fucking healthy, other than the Alzheimer's Dementia, slowly getting worse. But he probably would have been around for years more, man, if he didn't catch pneumonia at the place. But that's not something that necessarily the people working there can do anything about. But yeah, we had to miss him. And damn it, I keep losing my train of fucking thought. I always have a point to something I'm talking about. But I get on so many fucking tangents, dude, I lose my place. But anyhow, ever since 2020, the numbers supposedly have jumped way the fuck up. And I figured the last 25 years it had to have been. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And they say that it was COVID-19, but how do they know it wasn't the fucking shots that all these elderly folks were scared and like just terrified into getting? All this fucking propaganda is scaring the fuck out of people. How many elderly folks are like, you know what, I can't risk it, and went and got that shot? My grandma and not my grandpa, because it was like a month after COVID, like supposedly hit the States, even though I had it fucking 2 months before that. And so did 2 other guys at work that I was working with. But yeah, one of us is gone, the other guy worked with them for a couple days. We never got tested, but I know it was COVID, dude. I've had it a couple times since then, and that's what it was. And so anyhow, but my grandma and my aunt, they both got the shot. My aunt died 4 years later or so, and my grandma, I mean, it's been 5 years, but her Alzheimer's dementia has been getting worse and worse. My aunt was starting to get it out of nowhere, and she's my mom's age, or a few years off, but she's not my grandma and grandpa's age. When they got it, they were much older. They were like mid-80s when it started. Ripley, baby, what the fuck are you doing? You were gonna get drool all over that pillow. Hold on, let me move this shit, man. Get drool on the pillow. She loves cleaning her hands and feet on the fucking pillow. But I would be willing to bet my fucking left or right nut that there's a much more likely chance that those fucking shots is what has caused the spike, not the fucking disease itself. Because to be honest with you, I don't know if my grandma or grandpa or my aunt even got COVID. Because the times I had it, I've just fucking like, I love you guys, I'm staying the fuck away. I'm not even coming over there. And I'd be willing to bet, I literally would be willing to bet that the shots had way more of an effect than the disease, so the virus did. But the sad part is, even though COVID just seems to me like a bad flu, I've actually been sick the last couple days, too, to be honest with you. Shouldn't even been by my grandma, but I don't think it makes fucking much difference now. She can't talk. She can hardly move. Her eyes are just kind of... I ain't gonna lie, man, there's a couple times sitting there, I thought it happened. I ain't gonna lie. She just like stopped breathing for a second, or got really, really quiet, and all of a sudden, like, dude, my goodness. My mom says she's been kind of doing that since she's been back, though, so I don't know. I'm just hoping that we can be there when it happens, since we all had to fucking miss my grandpa. That's what I was saying earlier, is I have a feeling that my grandpa died alone. I don't think there's anybody even in there with him, dude. And that really pissed me off, dude, because when my mom asked this guy that was working there, and I don't want to tell my mom this shit. I still have never told her this. And I hope to God she don't watch this video, which she probably ain't going to, but I hope not. But the way that guy answered that question and kind of got caught off guard, I could tell. He said he was in the room. He wasn't in the room. I know he wasn't, because I've been studying fucking human behavior for the last 25 years, dude. I can tell very quickly, I could easily, just instantly tell he was full of shit. I get it. Hey, you know what? My mom's the one that needs to believe that anyways. More than I do, which I would love to believe that too, but she needs it more than I do, and I got my aunt to thank for that, because none of us fucking knew until it was too late, and she had the power of attorney. So anyways, enough family gossip here, but this shit is fucking terrible. Oh, this big ass coyote. I can't whistle this damn couch. Usually when I see them, I'll like that real loud, and they stop like looking around. I'm like, what's up? And like, oh, keep going. I've seen like fucking 15 of the motherfuckers out in the parking lot before, dude. And they're like, hey, what's up, y'all? And they're like, look at me, start howling, and you can hear them all. I could see like 10, 15 of them, and you can hear them all the way around this fucking school. It's a big property. Oh, and then they kind of announced like something, and they made an announcement and kept on moving forward. Kind of all spread out like they were like searching for something, dinner or something. But I've seen these coyotes so many times, they don't want nothing to do with people. I don't blame them. I wouldn't either. Fuck, I'm a person. I don't want to deal with I don't want to have nothing to do with people. But one time we were out here, and it was completely dark. All the school lights were out, and took Jackie out before we headed to my mom's. And I look out, and I see two coyotes about 20, 30 feet away, out in the dark. I don't even think Jackie noticed them at first, because I don't know. There was times like she just didn't catch animals around until like maybe it's like it might take her a minute, and then she's like, you know. But they were out there, and one of them just kind of kept standing, looking around. The other one's like sat down, like he's sitting up on his butt, but he like just looking at us. And you can see this puzzled look even in the dark. And he goes like this. He goes, like tilted his head, like what the fuck? And trying to figure out why something so similar to them. Well, it's a lot more similar to them than to me, is walking around with one of these people fucking things, you know? That was it, though. It didn't bother us. It just kept on. I ain't gonna lie, I always carry a pistol anyways. I mean, I would give coyotes a warning shot or two, but if they kept coming, all right, well, my babies are more important, but I don't want to have to shoot a fucking animal, but I don't want to fucking shoot an animal, but, you know, at least give them a warning. I'm sure they hear old Smith & Wesson pop off once. I don't think they're coming any closer. They're going to run the fuck out of here, so. But, like I said, doesn't matter. They don't bother us. They'll walk right past. They kind of go out and around us a little bit. Even with her, I think, like, with Jackie and with her, I think they're kind of intimidated because, you know, Ripley's actually a little bit smaller. Jackie was bigger. Even though she weighed about the same as her. She's like a bigger dog. It's weird. Like, just taller, wider. And, right about the same weight. It was maybe like 5 to 7 pounds less, but she's smaller than dude. But this motherfucker is getting jacked. We've been running her. I've been trying to run her. Last winter, I was going to wait till spring and run her a lot. And then all of a sudden, it got fucking hot out all summer long. I'm like, well, dude, I don't want you overheating. So we waited, played inside some. Well, these last like 3 or 4 weeks, and it finally they actually turned into fall. I mean, it was in the 80s in early October. Since then, I've been running her almost every day after work. And we start off like 5-10 minutes before she gets really winded. Dude, look, tonight we ran her for almost 40 fucking minutes, and she still didn't hit. Like, she'll get to a point where she's like heavy panting. And once we get there, I'll throw it 2-3 more times, just kind of push it a little bit. And I got the car already aired up, the air running, and get her right in here, get her cooled down, let her drink a bunch of water. And tonight, man, every time she steals the ball, I throw it, she brings it back, I wipe all the fucking drool off because I don't want it picking up mud because I've seen her like eating mud and shit from that. And so every time I wipe it off, but that's my normal, what I've been doing. Yesterday I think she went for like 15 minutes, but dude, plus it was a little cooler tonight, and after, 20, 25 minutes, I looked up, and for some reason, like, dude, I got a clear, dark area here after midnight, like every night except Friday night, because one row of light stays on. You can see quite a bit of stars and planets and shit, but dude, I didn't think my mom's house, where she lives in a much more populated area, like neighbors next door and shit. And it was a little back out of the way place like us. And dude, I looked up and I'm like, oh my god, the Cygnus constellation. I've always been able to see 6 stars easy out here. That's it, even when it's dark. Tonight I saw 15 more that I counted. I could like readily see 15. Man, hold on, 15 more stars that I've never seen before, and other constellations too. But anyways, I think Ding Dong's got it inside. But All I'm saying is this, man. I'm afraid that once AI actually goes live for real and is hooked to the internet, especially if they put it in fucking quantum computers. Dude, if they put it in quantum computers in seconds, this will happen. But even if they don't, I'd say days, hours to days, everything like this that goes against the consumerist fucking agenda and the Bilderberg agenda is just going to be wiped fucking clean from the internet. Nor will anything else like it be allowed to be posted on the internet. That's why I think they're not concerned about it now. Why Soros ain't fucking doing this shit now, because he's like, shit, a few more years, there'll be nothing left on the internet, and after a couple of years, ain't nobody gonna even remember it no more. Ain't enough people seeing it right, this kind of stuff right now, for it to even matter anyways. But, ooh, easy, baby. I'm thinking, like, for us to have, like, we still have a chance to work together and start making, like, start doing something now. But I give us, like, the day is going to come where we will no longer be able to organize, because if we can't communicate on the fucking internet anymore with stuff like this, how are we ever going to get together? We can't get together with it with this shit. So, you know, but I would say that, like, when that day comes that it's too late, I would say a generous estimate, 5-10 years. I would think within the next 5 to 10 years, we won't have a fucking chance anymore. It will be too late, and we'll just have to accept what the fuck we got. And we can blame the Bilderbergs, but you know what? We need to blame our fucking selves too. You know why? Because we are the ones that need to act. They're not gonna fucking act for us. We need to fucking do it. We have the power. We're 8 billion plus fucking strong, and outnumber them like approximately, rough number, 23 million to fucking 1, dude. And we're just letting them run the world and us into the fucking ground. And we don't need to get violent. You don't even need to go there. There's all kind of shit we could do to fucking change things and force change for our own benefit right now, today. But everybody has to fucking put aside these fucking fabricated differences the Bilderbergs came up with to keep us fucking divided. We gotta stop letting that shit fucking work. Turn off the news, turn off your social media, turn off the fucking, just avoid all advertisements, record whatever you watch, and skip them motherfuckers over every fucking commercial break. Just skip it, dude. I promise, you ain't missing nothing, dude. Ain't nothing at all. I've missed them fucking commercials in the last 20 or so odd years. I've been doing this for a long time, man. I hate commercials, and ever since my... Damn it. Sorry, phone call again. In the last, ever since that class I took about advertising, that psychology class, from then on, dude, that was like mid-2000s. I just fucking shut that shit off, dude. Record everything and bypass all of it. And if I'm like doing stuff around the house and they come on, like, dude, my brain, I'm so used to tuning that shit out, I don't even hear it. Even subconsciously, I can't, because any product that may actually have a commercial play in my house, I don't buy that shit. None of it. Not a fucking thing. Except maybe an occasional fast food place, and that's because, you know, a rare time I'm hungry during the day. But that's it. Literally, that's it. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else that has managed to get an advertisement out to me in over 20 years have I ever bought outside of food. That's it. I'm very proud of that. I tell you, turn all this shit off. Get it the fuck out of your lives. And I don't know, and everybody stop being in such a fucking hurry to get everywhere, to do everything. Everyone's always a fucking hurry. Just calm the fuck down. Smoke a fucking joint if you need to. Calm down and just, I promise you, quit. The day I quit being in a fucking hurry years ago is another one of the best things I've ever done for myself. I promise you. I ain't in a hurry for anything. I mean, even with Jackie dying in the back seat. Now, I was moving quick down the highway when I could, but when there's nowhere to fucking go, still like 10, 15 cars off, or car lengths off the car in front of me. I mean, what's the point? I'm not going to fucking get anywhere anyways without fucking maybe causing an accident, then we never going to get out of there. That was our last fucking chance to possibly do something because of the misdiagnosis. Anyways, alright, she's probably gonna go piss or something. Anyhow, turn that shit off. Work together. The fucking time is running out. We're running out of time. I promise. We might not even make it 5 fucking years, dude. It's almost over. We need to act now. Peace. Have a great weekend. And please consider what I said. It could be some of the best things you've ever done. And if you don't know God, get to fucking know him, because I promise you, he's very real. He's been talking to me since my earliest memories in life, and he's told me why I'm here since the fucking first memories I have in life. I I promise you, he's real because I feel him right here. Well, hold on. Right here. Like right here behind my sternum. That's where I feel the Holy Spirit and God's presence and have my entire life. Promise you. Those are all those things are the best things you'll ever do for yourself. I fucking promise you. Try any one of them and tell me I'm fucking wrong. But do it genuinely. Don't just half-ass pretend for a little bit and then just quit. Really give it a real fucking chance. Promise. All right, Rip. I'm coming.